Once upon a time, I was a princess in this fairy tale gumdrop streets where the sun would always shine until a new world came along. Lights, camera, action.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to a Sunday night edition of the Lowdown. I am your host, Princess Skywalker, and as usual, we have my lovely co-host John joining us tonight. How are you today?
Sick, tired, but excited to talk about AEW. So I'm here.
Sick, tired, and sick and tired?
Sick and tired of being sick and tired.
All right, we'll try not to go too long tonight since you're not feeling good. All right, how about that pay-per-view last night?
I liked it. I was happy with it. Very good way to end in 2024, going into the Max deal, be streaming on TBS and on Max and on TNT too. So I think it was a really good way to end 2024. Really good note.
Totally agree. It was definitely a strong way to seal out the new year with a good pay-per-view. It was strong until it wasn't, but we'll get there. So we usually don't do the what the hell is their pre-show called? The buy-in matches, but we got to talk about Toni Storm.
I'm telling you, this gimmick is killing me, man.
It's so funny. She's making her AEW pay-per-view debut last night against Layla Gray. And she was victorious.
Who signed off on this, man? Who signed off on this? Like, I get it. It's funny. Like, I just hope this is like short. Someone like clocks her in the head with a chair and it all just comes back to her. Like, please don't run this for more than like 2-3 months, please. Like, this is ridiculous.
It's hilarious.
Until it's not.
Right.
Like, okay, let's okay, we know who you are. Come on, let's go.
Just like her conversation with Deonna Purrazzo talking about how it's going to be their first match together.
He's like, yeah, okay.
Deonna just playing into it.
Yep.
Playing into the delusion.
Oh man, I love it. It's good. Just don't. It's good for what it's good for, and just let it go, and then we'll move on to something else. She get a good clock in the head with a steel chair or onto a belt or something, and then we go from there.
Get her memory back.
Yep. Exactly.
Something like that. Then we had QT Marshall, who I guess is back with AEW, up against Jeff Jarrett. Jeff Jarrett won that one, which preempted him to say that he has an announcement to make on Dynamite on Wednesday. So are we going to see the end of Jeff Jarrett? Is Jeff Jarrett retiring?
No, because all in Tony Khan fashion, I think Tony's done making the huge announcements. I think now the other people are going to do it, and this is to get people to tune into Max and on TBS. And it's one of those clickbait things where you tune in, and now he's going to challenge for a belt, or he's not going anywhere. He just re-signed a new contract or something like that, but he's not going anywhere. If you took the L to QT, I'd be like, all right, it makes sense. But no, I think this is just to get you tuned in. Talk really weird going into it and then dropping a like, hey, I just resigned, not going anywhere. You guys are stuck with me, something like that. But I don't think he's retiring.
No. Guess we'll see. And then we had the 8-man tag match, which Leo Rush stole the victory on, which pissed off Lance Archer and Brian Cage. And I just have to say, Cage looks like a totally different man with that beard.
Yes. Totally different dude, man. I like it.
He looks totally like a totally different dude.
Yeah. It's like a new wrestler.
He looks more awesome. Like Wolverine than he did before.
Yeah, I like it. It's a good look for him.
It is. It makes him look strong.
Yeah. It was good to see Leo get the... Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No. I'm a big Leo Rush fan. When they used him in Cruiserweight and things like that. I mean, obviously he became like a kind of funny manager for Lashley when they did that whole stupid thing for a while in WWE. But I'm a Leo Rush fan. Like he's a good wrestler. I like him.
I kind of think he's a whiner, but just because of his history. But I mean, he's good in the ring.
I was going off of the ring stuff. We can also talk about Ricochet being a whiner, but we'll get to that. Yeah. We'll get to all that.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
All right. Then we started out the night with Will Ospreay versus Kyle Fletcher, which was an absolute fucking banger, which did not surprise me whatsoever.
Yeah, no.
With Will
absolutely not.
Ospreay bleeding like a stuffed pig half the damn match.
Oh, I haven't seen blood like that since Vince McMahon got busted over with a chair. Like just in his eye, you
Mhm.
see his eye red half the time. I was like, oh.
That had to hurt because I bet that was stung like a motherfucker having that blood in your eyes.
Yep. That's not cool, man. Oh, that's got to suck. You look
Yeah.
good out there, though, man. I mean, I think they're still cleaning up the blood off the mat. That thing was covered, man. It was
It was
everywhere on the mat.
covered. Yeah, it was all over the place. Will Ospreay got the victory, just like I said. Told you.
Boo. Boo.
If the final match had gone differently, I would agree. Or I would have not had, if I would have known the final match was going the way it was going to go, I would have preferred Kyle Fletcher to win.
Thank you. That's going to be okay. We'll get to that too. That's exactly what I was going to say. Great match. Good to see him win it. And I get it too. If you saw he was holding up the 1-1, you're setting up the trilogy. Might be a revolution. Might be, we'll see what happens. But if we did all that to get the 1-1 score, I feel like you took a little air out of Fletcher's sails here on this one. But yeah, hell of a match though. Those guys deliver anytime they wrestle each other. So good stuff.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Will Ospreay looked like he was out of it like a motherfucker though after that match.
No, I think he really was, man.
That interview with Renee.
Stopped, and his eyes he's like, oh, lightheaded. I don't think he was playing around, man. He lost a lot of blood, man. So, but.
Yeah, he looked really woozy trying to walk back to the back. So I was interested to see how he was going to fight later on in the night, just with the blood loss and how woozy he looked to begin with. So. Yeah. Then we had Okada versus Ricochet, which I, for some reason, wrote down the wrong winner.
You picked Ricochet, didn't you?
I did pick Ricochet to win. I did. But in my notes of the actual pay-per-view, I wrote down the wrong winner.
I know. I'm looking. I'm like, well, I got that one.
I wasn't really paying attention.
That's okay.
I rewatched it again today so I could fucking take notes, because I hate watching it and taking notes at the same time. It's
your ADHD does not let you do that well.
Not at all. I can't pay attention.
Nope.
So that was a great match too, between Okada and Ricochet. It didn't deliver as much as I thought it was going to, but it delivered. I thought it was going to be a little bit better, but it was still good. And Okada won that match, which I kind of saw coming in a way when he had the interaction with Swerve. I knew he wasn't gonna win the championship, the Continental Championship, because of his interaction with Swerve, but I didn't think he was gonna go out in the semifinals.
Like I said, I knew Okada was going to the finals. I knew about being a 4-time tournament champion. Obviously, we'll talk about that. We talk about the finals. A lot was on the line. I at least knew he was going to get to the finals. Like we talked about this when we talked about the pre-show. I mean, the prediction show. I knew Ricochet was not winning. Now listen, if we could take something away from this, Tony has a lot on there's a perfect opportunity here. Ricochet was always a face in WWE. Yeah, he's like a kind of a heel now, flipping the crowd off, things like that. You need to take what happened. You need to take what happened last night and make this man a monster. And I know he's a little guy, he can't do crazy things like, with the heavyweights. You just got 25 rolls of toilet paper dumped on your ass. Swerve's out here calling you Trevor, and you just got embarrassed in front of an entire arena.
Yep.
And that's people are shitting on you on social. People are coming for you like, bro, like this is where I want him to come out and just cut the nastiest promo. Like this upcoming week on Wednesday with people tuning in on Max, and just build him forward being an uber heel, man. I need it. I want it. I want to see heel Ricochet, because looking at his tweets and how he talks, that man got a mouth.
Yeah.
And they need to use that on a microphone. Everyone knows, but that's the problem. That's why he's great on Twitter. He sucks on the mic. Like that's the problem. So they got to get him some ring work, get him working at house shows, doing stuff. But dude, heel Ricochet, I'm here for it. 2025.
Yeah, I'm here for it. I'm here to see something different. It's definitely new, and it's something you have to adjust to when it comes to Ricochet because we've never seen him in that light before. But it'll be nice to see in 2025 something different coming
Yep.
from Ricochet. I don't know. Maybe this aligns him with the Hurt Business finally because
Maybe.
the Hurt Business is after
But
Swerve.
he's a loser though. He'd have to go winning though. They don't want because he's a loser or a whine or kiss ass, whatever. Like, but he's losing though. He's taking L's. You know.
Yeah.
We'll see though. You never know. If he gets that big as a heel, gets that hot, maybe they throw him into the group. But we'll see.
Yeah. The toilet paper was hilarious.
Oh my god,
He was fucking covered.
dude. That was awesome. You see, Swerve was losing his shit. Like he just that was awesome. And Ricochet to keep that just the like just with toilet
Just a
paper all
straight
over
face the whole time.
I was like, yes. Oh, great part of the night. Great moment of the night. I loved it. It was
That
awesome.
was definitely good. The next match we had was the AEW Women's Championship, which I was surprised was so early on the card. I would have thought that the TBS belt would have been defended before the Women's Championship on the card.
Which it should.
Because it's the fucking Women's Championship belt. It should have been, and it should have been a better match. Honestly, for a street fight and with Thunder Rosa involved, it didn't deliver like it should have. Because Thunder Rosa has been in some serious street fights. Her and Britt Baker's street fight was one of the best ones I've ever seen.
Bring back Britt in 2025, guys. Bring it. Make it
Yeah,
happen.
bring back Britt Baker because
Yes, sir.
they need her.
I'd love to see her pop on in WWE. I'm not gonna lie. Just saying. In that women's division.
Yeah.
Cool. But I'd love to see her come back in AEW though. There's a lot of people should get their hands on there too. So love to see it either way. I just want to see her in a ring. I don't care. I just want to see her wrestling.
Right, just get her wrestling again.
Love me some DMD, man.
Get her wrestling again. It was an okay match. It just wasn't really a street fight. It wasn't.
Oh, it's a wrestling match.
It was a wrestling match. And I don't know if it's. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if maybe it's because Mariah didn't want to take those bumps. But.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. The tacks were cool. But yeah, there wasn't a lot of. Again, with Thunder Rosa, I'm expecting everything but the kitchen sink. And then we're just very meh.
And then how dare Mariah waste tequila like that?
Yeah. What are you doing? Better been fake.
Don't be fucking wasting tequila like that. What the hell?
Like that.
God, if you're pouring out for your dead homies, that's one thing. But just to spit it out, Jesus.
Yeah, bro.
But that could burn going in your eyes.
That is not a fun day. That wasn't real. That was some fake shit.
Tequila in your face
sucks.
But
yeah.
Mariah May was victorious, and she is still the champion.
She is.
Which I didn't expect Thunder Rosa to win, but
more of a fight.
Mm-hmm.
I think
I definitely expected more of a fight.
Yeah, absolutely. We both talked about her coming out as a champion.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's going to take at some point. It's going to be, like I said, Revolution, or eventually, if Toni Storm finally gets her memory back, maybe they run it back to that. But she has a good run. I like the glamour gimmick. I like it. And she waited long enough being the lackey for long enough with Toni. So I mean, to have this nice little run is nice because after this, I think she kind of regates down to like maybe the TNT. The TBS title, things like that. Nothing against her, but I think this is her time to shine, and then we kind of move on to the Statlanders and other people like that down the road. So, but yeah, great run so far. Good win. Lackluster match, but still your
It just doesn't seem like ever since Mariah won the belt that they've been featuring the women's title as much. Or maybe it's just me. It just seemed like when Timeless Toni Storm had it, there was more of a focus on the women's title.
Well, Toni's character brought you halfway there. Like you want to see what Toni's going to do. Who's catching the shoe? Like that's what you want to see what's happening with that. The interviews were amazing. You got Luther out there helping out too. Like there's a great gimmick, man. And Mariah was a great chaser. maybe a little bit of a flat title run right now. That's why I mean we're bringing out Thunder Rosa. There's no one else in the back that we could get. That could, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
So,
which there's a lot more in the back.
Yeah, there is.
Like Julia Hart. Let's throw Julia Hart in there.
She is coming back on Wednesday. Well, not coming back. She's got a match on Wednesday.
Yep, against Jamie Hayter.
Yep. So that's going to be a great match. So we see to see her back. I'm excited for that. So, but yeah, definitely a man match, and definitely hopefully they kind of turn around kind of some of the title defenses that she has the next couple months, because it's a little meh.
I agree. Let's get some more focus on it. Let's get it back to the status where it was when Tony had it.
Agreed.
This is Dynamite Diamond Ring match. This was the match that I wanted to watch. And it ended the way I wanted it to. However, it didn't end the way I wanted it to. So it was a pretty decent match between MJF and Adam Cole. MJF had a mouth on him. Good Lord, did he have a mouth on him that night. Or last night. Everything was fuck you and fuck this and fuck that. And
they never fucking cared about you.
Yeah. Telling the crowd if I wanted your help, I would have fucking asked for it, and telling them to shut the fuck up.
He was in rare form last night.
Yeah, he seemed pissed off, to be perfectly honest. He
just walks up there now on the top rope. He just fires birds, bro.
Mm-hmm. Just right out the gate.
MJF. This is the MJF I love.
But the problem with this storyline to me is they ended up making MJF the bad guy. MJF wasn't the one that fucking turned on him, though.
I know.
That's the only thing that got backwards with this fucking situation, is that MJF was the one that got betrayed. Why was everybody rooting for Adam Cole?
He's a fan favorite, I guess. I mean, I don't know. He's with the Undisputed Era. Kingdom.
Undisputed Kingdom.
But yeah, no, they're reunited now, which is cool, I guess. They were mid. I mean, they never made it off of NXT, so they never made the main roster in WWE. So it'll be interesting to see them have a run in the AEW main roster. But yeah,
together.
I mean, this doesn't interest me in the least, only because MJF's in it. I'm cool with it. Like, if you've watched WWE, I've already seen these three guys minus I can't remember his name, the other gentleman who was in the group.
Bobby Fish.
Yeah, Bobby Fish. I've seen this. This is just it's really washed. It's the Temu version. So anything with it's not even anything against Adam Cole. Like, it's just that whole, I've seen what he does. It's the same shtick, it's the same talk, it's the same stuff like they're doing. That's boring to me. But I agree. MJF ends up you're looking like a bad guy. I'm like, he turned on me. Maybe it's because MJF is like, I was gonna turn on you anyway, and this, that, you, I didn't care about you anyway. Maybe that's why that's where we're going with that. But I mean,
it just seemed so backwards with the storyline, because MJF was the one that got betrayed. Why the fuck is everybody like, ooh, Adam Cole, blah blah blah?
And it just goes to show Adam. And again, I'm not an Adam Cole hater. I'm not. But he's not everything everyone thinks he is. And this group just another example of what he was in NXT, what he is now in AEW, and what he was with MJF. He always needs to have a partner in crime. He can't be the main guy. There's always got to be something else, someone else,
or a group.
It's got to be. He's the leader, which is great. Other people around him. Obviously, Roddy is like the mouth and the personality of that group. It is what it is. But yeah, other than all that, yeah, great match. Obviously, MJF getting awesome, still keeping the ring, baby. And
he had to keep the ring. I mean, the Dynamite Diamond ring is MJF's.
Yeah, thank you. Exactly. Like, that is him. Like, what are we doing? He's retired.
Nobody else is.
Yeah. The only problem I had is he didn't have it. He wasn't wearing it at the meet and greet. Pissed me off. I wanted to be like, hey, he would have let me wear it anyway, but I could have asked at least.
Yeah.
But yeah, good match.
It was a good match, and I'm glad MJF won, but he still ended up the one on the mat.
Yep. That's gonna set them up probably for like a Revolution match, I would imagine. Something like, I don't know if he gets people MJF.
I don't want any more MJF Adam Cole.
I don't know if the beatdown. It's not over yet. It's gonna be you got at least one more. Something else is coming. I don't think it's
I don't
over.
want any more of it.
Me either. I'm good. I want to watch MJF and be invested. And be like, yeah, who's he fighting? And then Adam Cole comes on. I'm like, come on, man. Like, but
he needs a new feud with somebody else. This one's gone on long enough.
It'll happen.
And then we got a little bit of a snoozer, which surprised me a little bit. The International Championship match was a snoozer.
Yeah. That was the get up and go make a drink match.
Takeshita still won, kept the championship, but that match lost all of my attention.
Yeah.
It just, there was no setup for it. There was no, like all wrestling fans bitch about, there was no story. It just happened. And then they tried to play a story into it when they had the announcers by talking about how, when he was hurt, they never said anything to him and they never called him and they didn't take care of him. And why weren't we setting this up prior to the match?
Yeah.
Why were we setting all this up during the match?
I know. And it's just like, I don't think they've ever even gotten their hands on each other either. So it's just like, it's the two new guys wrestling in the ring, totally different like wrestling styles and like and move sets. It's just like a lot. I mean, they did for what it was good. I mean, Hobbs is always a good time in there. But I thought Hobbs might have pulled this out. Maybe Hurt Business would help him out, but took the L on this one. But yeah, the match. I was when it was over. I was like, okay, good. Let's move on. Let's go.
Next match, please.
Yes, please. Let's go.
And the next match delivered. The next match of the night delivered. It was the women's TBS championship match.
Don't get me started.
Except for when Mercedes almost killed Chris Statlander.
That's one of them. That's one of my problems, but I'll let you go first.
On the ring apron.
Woman's gonna hurt somebody.
That was sloppy. Like, holy crap. Like, you could have dropped her on her freaking face and broke her neck. Like, you are too tiny to be picking her up.
She's sloppy in her matches. I don't care if you go, you can have the longest, you can go 1 hour and 45 minutes. I don't care. You're still sloppy. You're still a liability in the ring. I'm getting Brie Bella vibes here. Like, that's why they let her wrestle a lot in the tag matches. It was mostly Nikki. Like, just don't. Just what are you doing? Know your limits. You can hurt somebody, man. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, that spot on the apron was scary. I was just glad Stat got up.
Statler looked amazing. Like, she
looked awesome.
She's great, man. And I mean, I don't want to take anything away from the match. It was nice to see them go that long. Now the longest AEW women's match in history. Of course, it's Monet. And of course, Tony protected Monet to keep the belt on her. My problem is, when are we going to let somebody else have this belt? I know why we're having her have this long run, but just like, can we just eventually give it to Statler? I think deserves it. And not for nothing, if she won last night, we could also do a run back where Monet comes back for her. You know what I mean? We can do a rematch here at another pay-per-view. But Monet running through all these women, it's just getting a little. For those of you that don't like long champions and bitch about it in WWE, don't come over here and talk to me about it. Oh, she deserved to keep it this long. You don't like your Romans, you don't like your Gunther's, you don't like your Sami Zayns. And don't come and talk to me about Mercedes and these other people keeping the belt this long when they're getting against high caliber talent and still eking out wins. So I just think Statler, this was Stat's time. I think this would have been a great time for her to win and Monet to lose it. Moving into this time of year, she can enter into the women's or go back, get another rematch. But it was just like the match. I thought the way it was going, I thought she was going to get it. And then like
I did too.
Cute little pin. That was a cute pin. I get it. That was good. That was very innovative. Like, she couldn't kick out. That was good. I like that. It was just like little sloppy at the end, trying to go for the the crossface, flipping over, things like that. But it is what it is. But it was a good match though. It was definitely obviously one of the longest women matches now in AEW history. And Monet moves into 2025, still your TBS champion.
And undefeated.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
It has to be something with their deal.
It's Tony loves her. Tony loves her. He knows the hate she gets, and just that's he likes that. And that's why I think he's gonna buy into the Ricochet stuff too. If you're gonna hate us, fuck it, hate us. Fine, hate us then. Let's go. Like, you know what I mean? So that's fine. Go with it. But I mean, Mercedes is getting the traction online. She's getting the people talking to her. She's getting the comments, and that's what Tony wants. If that's what Tony wants, then go ahead and do it. So,
yeah,
this is what it is. So,
eventually, hopefully, somebody else will get a chance.
Somebody, please.
Then we had the Continental Classic final with Okada and Will Ospreay. And I was interested in how this match was going to go, considering Will Ospreay was so fucked up from the first match. And Okada was, had already wrestled too. But that match delivered. It was really good.
I think it was a great match. It was awesome. Like I said, anytime Ospreay sits between the ropes, I'm excited for it. It's automatically a candidate for match of the night.
Absolutely.
I mean, Okada does his stuff. He's very not one-dimensional, but Okada does his movesets, gets his stuff done. But he's an awesome wrestler too. And those two obviously got a lot of history between those two. And for him to win this, and now be a 5-time tournament champion, one away from the record. Once I saw it was Ospreay, I knew it was Okada. Like I was looking as soon as the pin, I was like, "Yep, Okada's gonna win the C squared." If it was Kyle, I'm like, nah. So that was it. But no, awesome match though. I'm happy for Okada. He's awesome, and he's had an awesome run with this belt. So I'm excited.
Yeah. I would have preferred Will Ospreay to win, of course, because Will Ospreay is my favorite.
Yeah.
But it would have been nice to see somebody else who's featured more have the belt.
Kyle Fletcher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But and then we had the return of the great one, of Kenny Omega.
Yes.
So that was awesome. That was a pretty cool interaction between the two of them. Even though there were no words spoken, it said a lot.
Oh, you don't need him, baby. And not just that returning as a wrestler, but coming back as the EVP, baby. This is what I've been waiting for. I knew if he couldn't wrestle again, this is what we're going to do. And he's going to be amazing at this. And who's to say he doesn't get in the ring down the road when he's healed up and take one more match? But this is going to be such an awesome role for Kenny. And eventually when the Bucks come back to them two, this is getting good, man. This is going to be awesome stuff next year. But Kenny coming back when he came out in the suit, chef's kiss, man. Awesome stuff. So I'm excited for that. I'm excited for him being back.
It was good to see Kenny back. The crowd fucking went crazy.
Nuts. He could have stood there for another 10 minutes just taking it in, man. They loved it. Loved it.
So it was really nice to see Kenny come back, and it'll be interesting to see what capacity he comes back in as the EVP.
Yep.
And see what they do with it. Or if they do anything decent with it. God, I hope they do.
I hope he becomes Go ahead.
But the one thing that interests me, this is totally on a different subject. I'm having ADHD brain, so you go ahead.
Oh, okay. I hope he becomes Tony's right-hand man. Like, I know Tony's been out for a while, and I know that's by design with the Death Riders, because if he makes a return, they're going to kill him.
Yeah.
So I know it's by design he's not around. But I think we talked about this earlier in the year when the whole neck injury happened, and he got put on his head by the Bucks. But it was just like, I think now is almost that time where you got the Death Riders, you have Kenny now. I think Tony at some point needs to kind of come make a return and kind of make the calls from the top, coming back on TV, just like a la VKM. This is a call I'm making. I'm going to send my lackeys to go do it. So hopefully that's, not that Omega's a lackey, but being the EVP, he's going to have the power and the stroke, to kind of do Tony's bidding. So hopefully that happens. But I'm excited for it.
Yeah. Definitely excited. It's always nice to have Kenny Omega around.
Yep.
My gripe was that the TNT belt wasn't on the line. Daniel Garcia should have been featured on the belt, on the card.
Well, they wanted to save him for the debut on Wednesday on Max, so he gets he gets can't fit them all. And when you have an hour-long women's match,
Yeah.
He's got to get cut.
It's
so.
better than a 2-minute women's match, though. I mean, at least they got some time.
But I just feel like it went too long. You know what I mean? Like it's like you're pushing these records, and it's just like undefeated, longest match, this and that. Like building these accolades in such a short time, and being AEW, like it's like compressing all the stuff like how great she is in like to 2 years of, and then she's gonna touch the AEW women's belt, hold on to that for God knows how long, probably be Roman-esque, like, and it's just like she's only been there, like let it breathe a little bit, have her be a loser for a little bit, lose the belt, kind of go on, whatever, come back strong, just being Teflon this early on, or first like coming into the AEW is a little weird for me, but. At least Roman had to be shoved down our throats for 5 years, and they're finally like, oh, Tribal Chief. Okay, that's a cool gimmick. Let's do that.
Right now that he's not anymore.
Yeah, but he's still Aura though. That's what I mean. Like now, but that's the ultimate. Now we turn him to be a face, which eventually will turn back to being a heel. That's for another show. But now you have like the face part. Like Mercedes can easily be a face if you put in the right spot. Like lose that belt to the right person, and they kind of screw her out of it. Then you're like, oh, I feel bad for Monet. Okay, well, but. Again, I know what they're doing. He likes her. That's his golden goose, and he wants to just kind of put her out there for the women's division. So, it is what it is.
Yeah, would have been nice to see Daniel Garcia on the card, though.
I agree. I feel like they took whatever, couldn't make it on the World's End, and knowing Max was the next show, they took the rest of those matches. Like Private Party's going to be in action with the tag belts. Nope, my bad. That's Collision. Sorry. But both shows are featured on Max now, so they kind of took some title matches and put them onto Collision and Dynamite. R.I.P. Rampage.
Which, honestly, I'm so excited it's on Max because I don't have cable and I don't have to stream it online anymore, and I can actually watch it without it cutting out every 30 minutes.
Yeah. No, it's a big deal. It's going to be fun, man. I mean, I just watch it on cable. I got on YouTube TV, so I watch it on that. But, for a lot of those people, a lot more eyes are going to get on it. Just like WWE going to Netflix. Like, same shit. Like, so it's good for both companies. Good for both.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
And then we have our main event.
Yeah, the main event.
Moxley versus Jay White versus Hangman Page versus Orange Cassidy.
Yeah.
That felt so rushed.
So rushed. Dude, the Kenny Omega entrance took too long. They're like, you guys lost 10 minutes. Oh, man.
It felt so freaking rushed. It was like they didn't really know what to do with it, so they just kind of did what they did with it. And I don't know. It wasn't a good main event. For such a strong pay-per-view, it wasn't a good main event.
No, I agreed. Even like any of us out there that play wrestling games, PS5, or we play Xbox, when you go into season mode and you put together your own pay-per-views, you look and the way you win is by having great, good, great. Start great, end great. This pay-per-view, you're at the top, bro. Like everything was going down anyway, but you just kind of stayed here, drop down. Like you can't rush a fatal 4-way main event with this much on it. And then obviously the stuff at the end needs to happen and all that stuff. I get it, but very rushed. That should have been played out. Little more stuff going on, like little more. We knew at one point. Oh well, obviously Mox is gonna win now. Like you can just see how it was all like kind of moving toward like. But I agree.
It was just like all of a sudden Wheeler Yuta was in the match.
Yeah, they come down and Yuta's just hitting like the crazy knee. I'm like, what? What are we doing?
What the fuck?
He was throwing guys into the ref back into the ring. I'm like, I feel like I'm watching the Bloodline here. Like, anyone's hitting on Roman, you're gonna fight 4 other guys, and that's why anyone that doesn't like this gimmick, doesn't like this, don't. If you bitch about the Bloodline, I don't want to hear it. Like, this is the same thing. You fight Mox, you fight 3 other people. That's how it works. So
or 2, because Pac's been, or well, I guess Marina, but Pac's been MIA.
Yeah, I noticed that. Is that 2 weeks now?
Yeah, we've only seen him like 2 or 3 times.
I hope he's not injured.
And the trios titles are non-existent again.
Make it make sense.
Like, why do we even have the trios titles if we're not going to freaking feature them?
And the funny thing is too, they'll do trios matches with Mox as the third. At least run the Freebird rule. Like, have Mox be have them the combination of them defend the titles. Like, do something like that. Just, dude, the titles are like where they go. We don't know.
And you don't even see them; they don't wear them.
Honestly, man, I don't think you don't need those belts. It was a crop. People wanted it for a long time. They made them, and then they got the Ring of Honor ones, and then they just you don't need them. You don't need them. Right now, you're solid enough now with storylines where you don't need to have trios running around. Like, it's if they retired them quietly, I don't think anyone would really miss them. To be honest with you.
Yeah, because it's like, do we really even remember that they're around in the first place?
Yeah, it was cool like 3 years ago when they debuted because you had all the trios he was signing. Like, it was cool. Now it's
House of Black, all that shit.
Yeah, and then you put them all together, you unified everything. It's just like, all right, okay, now just kind of quietly retire them, and there you go. But I agree.
Yeah,
if you're not gonna use them consistently, don't use them at all.
Yeah. Well, Mox wins and retains with the help of Yuta. Because Yuta was magically in the match all of a sudden. But Mox got his ass kicked.
No, he definitely got lumped up. They knew you're gonna win, but you're getting your ass kicked, bro.
You're getting your ass kicked.
Yeah.
But where do they go from here with the Death Riders? Like, what's next besides with Edge and FTR?
Well, the Afterbirth that came out after the main event, your FTA rated R is now going to be probably your next 30 to 45 day run. It's interesting here to see if Edge. I think Edge is at the point now. And first of all, hey, awesome to see Cope back. Awesome to see Cope back from that injury. Disgusting injury at his age, and he looks fucking fire. That dude
absolutely
doesn't. I mean, take away if he shaves this, dude, the man looks like maybe 40. Like, God bless him and Beth are a phenomenal couple. She looks amazing too at her age after having all the kids. Like, woo. But anyway, I think at this point, Edge is going to be good for name notoriety. Again, coming back at a good time, going to build up Max. But Edge also knows he's there to build the future. Mox is more of the future than him, and I guarantee you when they do fight, Mox is going to beat him too. But I think it's going to be a hell of a rivalry. Edge is awesome on the mic. Now, Unhinged Mox is awesome on the mic. You're going to get the WWE references. Excited for that. That's going to be good. A lot of old school, like old past rivalry stuff. I'm excited to hear that. But I think Cope, you get the groups first, probably on TV. Next pay-per-view. Not sure what the next one is in January. You know which one it is off the top of your head?
I don't.
Is it an all? No, shit. All right, live TV, grade it. All right,
I don't know.
I should have wrote it down. Did I write it down? Nah, I didn't write it down. Anyway, the groups on TV, those two 1-on-1. Mox wins again, and some wild, crazy either comeback or someone's going to come out of the locker room and challenge him. I think Lashley Mox is your Revolution main event. To be honest with you, I think Bobby, and that's where Bobby beats Mox again. It's fun. It's so funny now because I know a lot of people just watch. It's so funny watching these guys feud now because I've seen these feuds for like 10 years before AEW. So it's great to see the new personas and new characters putting their hands on each other. So it's great to see. But Mox and Lashley were always great in the ring together. So Bobby and Mox would be awesome main event.
Hi, sir.
At least we can see him now, so this is good.
You're right.
You're not talking to yourself.
No, he opened the bedroom door and let himself out.
He's our mascot. He's got to make an appearance.
Yeah. He was like, I don't want to be in here.
Yeah. So, but no, I think that's, again, we can talk about that a little more down the road. But I think Mox and Bobby is your main event for Revolution. I think that's where Bobby gets it. And but yeah, I think Edge and Mox probably a 1-on-1 your next pay-per-view, which will be an amazing match. But Mox wins that one too. But that's where I think they go. I think the groups, FTR gets more involved again because they're kind of running on fumes too. They're never around unless like they're needed for TV to fill somewhere. So, but that's my opinion where they go. I don't know what you think, but.
I don't know. I don't know where this is going. I don't know where it's going anymore.
Where would you like to see it go?
Somewhere that has a point. Because right now it's just chaos. it's just what is it? Who? It's just like a takeover. It's what fucking group did it last? Where they just come in and take over the fucking company. I can't even remember, but it's been done.
Evolution, Bloodline, DX.
Yeah. It's just they just come in and they start taking over everything. It just make it, but the why. I want to know the why at this point. It's been 4 or 5 months. Let's know the why. Why is this happening?
I think it needs to go back to I know I talked about it. I was big on it. I thought I predicted it was going to happen. I still think it's going to. I really think at the end of the day there needs to be a higher power per se for the Death Riders. I mean, I know Box is talking in like not third person, but he's like, I'm not even doing this for me. Like, who the hell are you doing this for? You're not doing it for the fans, right? You're not doing it for Tony because Tony's soft and his company sucks, according to you. Who's the higher power? Who are you doing this for? If you're telling me we're dragging this shit out to Revolution and finally have a Shane McMahon or somebody else pop out, we dragged this for like 7-8 months. Like, bro, like it's almost like, again, I don't like to say that they copy each other. I don't like doing that. But it's almost like you get the blood. This is like a Bloodline-esque kind of thing. But like, I don't know. I just weird. I don't know. But except like the Bloodline was still in the WWE. But Roman was there to save WWE, but for WWE. Like, it's like Mox is talking about doing this for other people. You never see the belt. The belt just stays in a briefcase, which is wild. Like, what the hell? When's the last time we've seen the AEW title? Besides right here next to me. Like,
yeah.
When's the last time we've seen this belt? But yeah, I don't know. I just think there's somehow you need to pop Shane out or something. And whether it's not a thing anymore, I don't know. But I just
or make Tony be the one behind it in the long run.
Oh, that would be awesome. Taking a page, like him being the like, I'm killing my own company. Like, yes, that would be awesome too.
You know, make Tony be the leader, the one organizing it all.
Oh, and then you could feud with Omega. Oh, yeah. He come back. Oh, he could feud with boom. See, look at that. You just wrote like 8 months worth of storyline. Then he can feud with Omega and the Bucks. The Bucks come back to align with Kenny. That's cinema.
Because you know the Young Bucks took over.
Yep.
The ego took over.
So Tony was like, "Fuck you," sent it to Death Riders, and then the Bucks were like,
"See, now that would be good."
They Batista their ways out. They're like, "Bye bye," like,
"Bye bye."
And then then Tony comes back and like, "Yeah, that was me, like you guys." And Kenny's like, "What?" Kenny calls his boys for reinforcements, and then we're off to the races. Cooking with fire.
That would be a good way to go with it.
Yeah, I agree.
But the show for oh my gosh, we've got so many comments. I had it on full view. Let's go to some of these.
What do we got?
Let's see.
What is it? What is this? Wait, hold on. Who is this? What? Why does it look like John spent the whole budget on himself and nothing? Listen, this collection took this is like 4 years in the making, okay? If I filmed in my house, where are you?
That's hilarious.
In your living room, your kitchen?
I'm in my dining room with my kitchen behind me because I have a tiny ass little house.
I was in my dining room. That's how it would look for me. I happen to have an office.
I have stuff hung up here in front of me.
Forever and a day in the 3 years I've been doing this podcast, every time like I go on someone else's show and like I pop in, like everyone they go, "Bro, how many belts do you have?" Like all the time. Like it's just
that comment is absolutely hilarious.
Well, what else do we have?
So funny. What else do we got?
You see one, feel free to just pick one out. Yo, shout out to Horror Wrestling, just like interacting, guys. You see these comments, guys. Feel free. We will definitely like read them on the air if you guys have some stuff to say.
Eventually. Tonight I had my thing on full view.
Same. Oh, here we go. This is a good call as well. As far as when we're talking about the storyline. It's all the WWE guys that are trying
to say AEW. That's a good point.
Tony was like, I had to go get all these other guys I signed to help this place out. But yeah, that's a good call. I just think, and that's the other thing too. When you built this stable, like there's a lot of, like Swerve should be at the head of the anti-Death Rider coalition,
right?
Like there should be Swerve, and like maybe after this 4-way, maybe Swerve and Paige kind of put their differences aside, and they come in, and Orange Cassidy of all people, he should be. You know what I mean? Like it should be like the core group, not the pillars. You know what I mean? But like the core group of guys from AEW being like, yo, screw Mox. And it needs to be said on TV. This ex-WWE guy coming in here, taking our belt. Screw this guy. But that really can't be said that much because Swerve's
like the whole roster.
WWE guy.
Yeah, he is. I mean, if we're getting real with it.
But that's what. Hey, listen. But that's what happens when you sign them into guys from another company. You know, that's like saying Cody, like the stuff about Cody. Cody kind of made AEW, so you kind of can't say that about Cody. So it's a slippery slope.
It is a slippery slope.
But
that comment is still fucking hilarious. I'm still laughing about that.
It makes me feel bad, man. I'll send you one. I have the Divas Championship. I'll send you that one. You put that like in front of you. That's
like you put it in front of me, make it look like I've got some sort of wrestling attire or anything in my background.
Oh, if I knew that, I should get you one for Christmas. I'll think about it. I'll get you something for Valentine's Day. For Valentine's Day.
Hey, my birthday's next month.
That is right. Yeah, birthday/Valentine's Day. There you go.
My birthday is my 40th birthday. I'm old.
Welcome to the club.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's okay. I'm going to have a 4-year-old pink princess party. It's going to be fantastic.
I'm crying.
It's going to be awesome.
Did you finally find a dress to wear?
I did find an outfit. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Good.
Hopefully it'll work.
Mike,
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah,
Mike, I knew it was you.
Yes, I know it's you. We both knew it was you. We all knew it was you, baby.
We knew it was you, bro.
But yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to be wearing very little in January, and it's going to be probably cold. So we'll see. Thank God it's inside.
And then wearing very little when you go on your cruise too, so that'll be good.
Yes, good point. Good point.
Yep. See.
Yeah, we're gonna play bingo. I'm really digressing right now.
I was like, damn, we still got to talk about the pay-per-view.
Yeah, we mentioned my birthday, and then all about me.
I get it. Your brain just goes that way.
Just ADHD brain.
Yep. But
gone.
But I think to put a bow on and kind of just bring it full circle, I think I think the champions that are moving into 2025, aside from Monet, and again, I'm not being a hater, man, but there's just there's just a lot of people that could have that belt, and I think Monet would be a good chaser. And people would tune in for that. If you're a Mercedes person, you'll tune in to see her, and she's got 2 belts. At least lose the other belt. She could always lose the TBS and still be the New Japan and still carry that.
Right.
Tony likes having them defend those belts. On AEW, you can do that. There's been a lot less of that too. Tony started to kind of stand on his own 2 feet, which is nice to see. A lot less than they're obviously forbidden. I think that's direct. A lot of people like every year is Forbidden Door, and it's like, dude, every Wednesday's Forbidden Door. Like, why are you? So that's I think to make Forbidden Door a lot more appealing to a lot of people to see some matchups you wouldn't normally see.
Yeah. Agreed.
But yeah, I think the things go ahead.
All in all, it was a good one. I do agree with you though. Why make a run with both of them? Just lose one of them. She's still going to be a champion. Yeah,
you know what I mean. And it's just like losing the stat. You still have the steam because it's Statlander. Like she's 2 times your size, and she can throw you across the room. And just she's a big fan favorite. Like you get the pop, get people tuning in on a Wednesday. Mercedes comes out, talks her shit. Boom, boom, boom. We're going to run this back. I'm not done with you. Yeah. And then, boom, you got yourself another pay-per-view. So I don't know. But what do I know? But
that's why we just talk about it.
That's it. Yeah, it's run a podcast, so that's all. But
I would just talk about our uneducated opinions.
but sometimes, and I've seen the comments. They're like, "If only they booked like that." I'm like, "Thank you, exactly." You're gonna tell me if the way I booked this, if Kyle Fletcher wasn't the champion right now, people would be going, "Oh, that's awesome! Oh my god,
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what he does." Like, I get why they did it. Okada now, they had to run it down for the tournament champion and stuff, but how excited would it be if Fletcher was the champion? If there's a Fletcher Okada match in the next 2-3 weeks, Okada's losing it. Tell you right now. They literally were like, okay, you're losing here, but you're gonna win it in like 2-3 weeks. I'm telling you right now. Next time Fletcher goes for that, if he ever goes for that belt again soon, he's gonna win. Hands down. Book it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I'm excited for Dynamite on Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday's gonna be good. Yeah.
It's gonna be good.
I'm gonna miss the first 45 minutes, but I'll start at the beginning and fast forward to the other stuff. But I don't think there's anything to fast forward through. I think it's gonna be an action-packed show. I think I'm not gonna lie. I think Dynamite should play around with 3 hours. They really should. Yeah. And I'm not saying copy what WWE and Raw or SmackDown are doing, but you got the talent. When you have a roster that big, that's why they're doing it on USA now with SmackDown. SmackDown's got a big enough roster from NXT. They're like, we can go 3 hours.
They definitely have enough talent.
Yeah, 8 to 11, good spot. This is what it is, man. But that's just. I think it'd be good. Get a little more talent, and I mean, not for nothing, get more ad revenue a third hour too. So it's good. It's good for Tony. Yeah, I'm excited for 2025. I think once they hit their revolution and reset in April, I think it's going to be a really, really, really good, really good year for the company.
Yeah, I think this Max deal is good. I think it's going to open up a lot. They seemed to be getting kind of edgy last night, from what it seemed to me.
Yeah.
Like especially language wise, there was a lot of F-bombs dropped. I mean, freaking Mariah May was dropping F-bombs. You had Will Ospreay dropping F-bombs, MJF every 5 seconds. Like, in that aspect, I don't think I've heard the F-bomb dropped that many times before on an AEW show.
If that's your thing, I mean, I know people chastise them for it. Like, oh, well, I don't want to watch F-bomb. No, but some people like that. They like the wrestlers talking like that. And
it's adult. That's how adults talk.
Yeah, and it's TV 14 for a reason. WWE came out. They said, yeah, we're going to Netflix. We're not changing what we do. We're still going to be PG. Don't get me wrong. Raw and SmackDown are getting edgier. If you watch it, if you've watched for a while, they're some more swear words, this and that. Some more innuendos to other stuff. But they're still keeping it pretty kid-friendly. You see that stuff in like the 10 o'clock hour. But you want to see blood and talk shit and drop F-bombs, you're gonna watch, and it's Cinemax, right? It's Max, it's cable TV. That's what I want to see. Mm-hmm. So it makes sense. And good for him, man. It's good. If it makes sense, I'm all for if you're just dropping F-bombs, though, it doesn't make any sense. But like MJF, this makes sense. Talking out of the hole like that. But I'm excited. I think, like I said, it's good for them. I'm excited.
Yeah, it's going to be a good year in 2025 for wrestling. It's definitely getting big again.
Yep. And kudos to Tony too. I know Tony obviously says a lot of stupid things in the past, and he has. Kudos to him. He fielded a question last night during the scrum, and he was like, "How do you feel about WWE running in Orlando, saying that you guys are running this?" And Tony was like, "Hey, good for Orlando. Great for a city to run two top wrestling promotions in the world in the same city at the same night. So it's great for Orlando. It's great for wrestling. Kudos to Tony. Like that seriously, if people come for that guy with that comment, like shut up. Like it was great to hear him talk like that. That just showed, man. I really hope like that's the Tony we get now, and he understands like shitting on WWE doesn't do anything, and just acknowledging like, hey, but it's also taking a page of what Paul was doing for so long. How do you feel about AEW? Watch what you want. We like wrestling. Wrestling's great. You know what I mean? But it's good that just focus on your brand, focus on your company. If those two do that, all of us will be very, very, very happy.
People just need to shut the fuck up and watch what they want to watch.
I've been saying it, man.
And stop fucking hate watching shit.
Yeah, if you're gonna
people, listen to me. Look in my fucking face when I say this. Stop hate watching shit. Stop watching shit just to fucking bitch about it. That means that you are not healthy in the head.
But it's funny. If you hate watch, understand you're helping the thing that you hate. And I hope that like hurts your head to wrap your head around that. I'm gonna.
Mhm.
I ordered AEW pay-per-views. If I didn't like AEW, I would watch the highlights and we talk about this stuff. I wouldn't order the pay-per-view for $50. I watch it because I like it. But like people are like, oh, I watched SmackDown the other night and da 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 da. Or the people I like the people who take the time to talk about how much commercial time was and how much match time there was. Get a fucking life. Like, what are you doing? You're watching the show you hate and marking down the time.
Documenting.
Bro,
Commercial.
grass. Touch it. Seriously. Tribalism needs to leave that shit in 2024. You got 2 days left. Leave that shit in 2024. You don't like one, watch the other. You don't like either one, go watch TNA. Go support NWA. Go watch New Japan. Enlighten.
Go support
broaden
the
your spectrum.
indies.
Go watch some strong style shit. Like, come on. Let's figure this out. Or go find an indie show somewhere locally here in the Northeast. You can go watch Beyond Wrestling at the Palladium in Worcester every Friday night. Go support a local indie show. Like, but stop shitting on what you don't like and seconding what Jess said. Stop hate watching because you're stupid to watch what you hate and then talk about it. You're just helping them out in ratings. It's so stupid.
Yeah, it's like why? Like, why are you wasting your time? Like, I don't know. That's like the people who their fucking player leaves the team and they go burn their jersey. It's like, you dumb fuck, they already have your money.
It's just like, and not for nothing too. I'm not saying that's why people do it because this is like a cop out, but like ever since Twitter like pays for engagements now, like you can go up and say some stupid shit and get 4 million hits, and then you're gonna get your rent paid out to you in 2 weeks. Like, people say stupid shit just to say stupid shit. Like, but it is what it is. People do what they gotta do, man. I rise above the hate, and I love it all, baby.
Yeah.
I just ignore the negative comments now. I used to like block people and get into like talks. I'm like, I don't have time for you. Like, now I look at their profile, and I'm not hating it. I'm not profile shaming. But then I look at your profile, and you're following 4 followers and you're following 23 people, and you have 3 followers. Like, don't come at me with your burner account, please. Get out.
Like, you literally just created this account to be a jackass.
These are the people that have 17 accounts on their phone and just keep going. Like, it's sad. It's sad.
Create email after email after email so that they can
start putting a number up like at the end of our shows and like, get out. Like, just seriously, like it's wrong. Just go touch some grass, get some friends, do something. Get out of here. Like,
I need to get some damn friends. I tell you that all the time. I'm like, I need some friends, man.
You just gotta move to the Northeast, man. I'm here. We're all here. You just gotta move to the Northeast to make some friends, man.
Right? It's like I have friends, but they're all over the place.
Yeah, spread out. You got like a cornucopia of like friends in the whole country.
But not here. Okay, I digress again. But yeah, exciting year 2025 for wrestling.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a good year.
Yeah, it's gonna be a great year, especially for you, for me, for our 2 other cohorts. Then in our little group, that stuff's gonna be dropping in a couple days. Won't too crazy. We have our first guest to announce for 2025. I can announce it here if you want.
Go ahead.
So, for those of you that watch WWE and have watched it for a while, if you watched it from 2008 to 2016, I should say, you might know this diva. She is in a lot of other tag teams. She had singles goals. She was Michelle McCool. Layla L is going to be coming on my show January 5th next week. So we're very, very excited to have her as our first guest starting out 2025. And there's very, very much more of a long list of people that we have coming up for yourself, me, Mike, and Vinny. So it's going to be a great way to start out 2025. So more on that. Definitely check out Jess's Twitter, mine as well, and more information coming on that episode.
Absolutely. And then like I mentioned on our last show on January 9th, we've got TJ Perkins coming on the show.
Yes.
So that one is going to be fucking awesome as well.
And you got the wifey too, right?
And
get it, baby.
Aria Blake or Aria Perkins has also agreed to come on the show as well, so we could talk about her. So we're just setting up time. I don't have a date for her yet. She has to see what TJ's schedule is like before we schedule anything. So that's coming up too.
This is just the beginning. There are so many pokers in the fire. I have names I can drop, and I just want to hold them all in right now, and we'll talk about it as the month goes on in January. But a lot of names coming up. Very exciting times.
We've got a lot of stuff coming up in 2025, so it's going to be a big year. Well, on that note, we'll leave it with the good news. I'm pretty sure we're doing a Wednesday show to definitely document the first Max AEW Dynamite. So we will be live immediately following Dynamite on Wednesday night.
Yep. Talking about the Max deal, how everything went, and going over the Fight for the Fallen card. Very excited for that.
Excited for that. See how their, first show of the year goes. So join us on Wednesday night. That's going to be at 10 p.m. Eastern time. It'll be right after Dynamite. So run it like last week.
Before we go, I don't mean to interrupt. I got to show this comment from Mike. This is perfect. This literally encompasses everything. Some like mac and cheese. Go eat the prime rib and don't bitch about the mac and cheese. Like, seriously. You're not going to eat it. Leave it the fuck alone. Don't talk about it because you didn't even eat it. Shut up. This literally encompasses everything we've been saying. So awesome big comment.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's awesome.
Fucking hilarious.
I digress.
Some of the comments tonight have been great.
Yes, I agree.
But yeah, I guess I need to spruce up my background. Fuck. You made me feel all insecure.
Oh, first of all, I didn't do it. You need to talk to your girl who sent you that message. First of all, that was not me. That was a friend of Mike's. So that's all.
That was a friend of Mike's.
No. I told you, your birthday, Valentine's Day is coming. We'll get you a belt. We'll get you hooked up. I can't promise you it'll be an AEW belt, but it'll be a belt you can use.
It'll be a belt. All right, guys. Well, we will see you Wednesday night. John, where can they find you?
You can find me on X, also on YouTube, on Facebook, and on Instagram, all at the same handle at Chairshot Sports.
Awesome. And then you can find me on X at Jess Skywalker 10 and on YouTube at the Lowdown with Princess Skywalker. Sorry, my kid was coming in from walking the dog. I got distracted. And we will see you guys on Wednesday night. Have a good night, everybody.
Toodles.
Bye.